Oh, I've got a really powerful exercise for you today that's going to boost your happiness levels. Hi, my name is Christine L. Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff. If this is your first visit, please consider subscribing. Because this year especially, we're talking about how you can grow into the very best version of yourself. So you don't want to miss a single video, because I'm going to help you to do that. It's what I want for myself, and it's what I want for you too. So we're talking about personal values, and it's such an important subject. We've talked about it before. What are values? Values are quite simply the principles you use to guide you, or the principles to the way you live your life. And so we're kind of continuing in the same way as we have the last few weeks. In terms of last week, we talked about who is the very best version of you. I'll leave a link here. But when you think about it, when you're living at your very best, you are actually living according to your values. You may not be aware of it consciously, but that's what you're doing. And equally, if there are times when you feel dissatisfied with your life and can't quite put your finger on it, have a look at your values and assess whether or not you are living according to your values. And that's what we're going to do today. Such a powerful thing to do. Because if your current values do not align with the person you want to be, it's not going to work. Okay, so yeah, as I say, we call it in positive psychology, we call it valued living, and it is a key. It's key to sustainable happiness. So why would you not be living to your values? And if you did that exercise last year, why would it be any different today? Well, the thing is, when we're dealing with adversity of any kind, and let's face it, we've all in the world dealt with adversity of one kind or another this year. What tends to happen when you're in that, you're so focused on dealing with what's in front of you that sometimes you forget about what's important to you, or you forget to harness what's important to you. Because the thing is, it's those very things, the values and the things that are important to you, that build the resilience and help you to drive the decisions you need to make in order to help you get through that adversity. So, this is why I wanted to talk, especially to revisit it today. Now, in the last, we did 2 exceptional videos, I think, she says, at the beginning of last year. And one was about how to determine your values, and the other one was about using them. So I'm not really talking about that today, but I will leave the link here and down in the description. When you look at the description, if you see show more, you can just hit that and a whole lots of information comes falling down. Now, I do believe on your phone you have to go right down or hit those 3 little dots, and then the information comes out. So in that show more and in the description, I will leave the links to those 2 videos that we did last year that talk about how to determine your values and how to use them. I'm going to use the example I used about my own core values to talk about it. And these are I talked about them last year. These are my top core values. Now, what I asked you to do last year was choose 10 and then put them in order of priority. And these red numbers show my priorities. So you can see there, family was number 1, purpose and meaning number 2, personal growth 3, making a difference was 4, humour 5, environment was 6, compassion 7, fairness was 8, 9 was loyalty, and coming in at number 10, honesty. I know, but the thing is about looking at your values, this is key. The thing about looking at your values is ask yourself, are they my values? Are they really my values? Are they just values I adopted from my parents? Or are they values I think I should have? Okay, that's something to think about. So, honesty, it's in my top 10. Give me some credit. So it is important to me. It just came in at number 10. Okay, so that's what you should have, a list of 10 priorities. Now, when I revisited my values, this is what they look like now. Let me show you this. No, that's the one we're looking at the moment. Look at that one. Okay, so in blue, I've put down where my priorities are now, which order they're in now, and you can see some of them have indeed changed. Number 10 is the same, honesty. Number 9, loyalty, is the same, and number 8 is fairness, is the same, but 1 through 7 have number 7 is the same, compassion. 1 through 6 have changed. Family has now become number 2. Purpose and meaning is number 1. Environment has gone from number 6 to number 4. And humour from number 5 to number 6. I'll tell you what, let me do it this way. Family then was my top priority last year. It's come down now to number 10. That's because for me, purpose and meaning has become not all-encompassing, but not far off, because I think really since Charlotte, my daughter, in case you didn't know, passed away 18 months ago or so, and lots of time to think and reassess and reflect and so on because of that, and purpose and meaning has become my top priority, and it is developing and increasing. And so family has come down to number 2 in importance. Now, when you're thinking about this prioritizing, don't think, oh, I should put family first. You know, as with everything really, you need to be happy with yourself first before you can consider anybody else. And that kind of bears itself out here, actually. Number 3 is personal growth. I've said before, personal growth, that stayed the same. I've been growing personally since the day I was born. I'm always doing courses and reading books, and lifelong learning is a passion of mine. I hope it is for you too. Making a difference has gone down to has come up from number 4 to number 5. Humour. I talked about humour last year, that there wasn't much scope for humour last year. Who knew what was waiting for us in March? So this year hasn't really thrown opportunities at me to have more fun, but I'm working on it. So that was humour, and what came in at number 6 last time, environment, is now number 4. So environment has become more important to me. You know, I've spent the last 12 months at home, as you have, I'm sure. And so my surroundings, how it works for me, what I'm looking at, how it makes me feel, has become incredibly important. So this is what I was saying. Someone actually said to me, as a result of those videos last year, actually, surely your values never change. Well, your basic core values may be stable, as in these top 10, but the priorities of them change according to circumstance, and you may want to work more on them, and so they become more and more important to you. So that's the thing, it's the priority of them. Now, just take a look at this. So I've taken out my top 5, which is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. This is the most incredibly powerful exercise that is going to help you with your happiness. It's going to help you become the person you want to be. And it's going to help you make the decisions in your life more easily and more effectively. So I've listed my top 5 values in priority: purpose and meaning, family, personal growth, environment, and making a difference. Now that yellow number you can see at the side of those, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to ask on a scale of 1 to 10 and take each value, how much am I living my life according to that value? So here, number 1 is purpose and meaning, and you can see I put a number 7 at that because I've been working on it, because it is important to me, and because I am working to living my life on purpose and with meaning. Number 2, family, is at number 5. Well, family is important to me, but we haven't had much opportunity, have we, to be with family and gather with family or any of those things. So, of course, that's going to need some working on. Personal growth has gone up to an 8, and that's because I have been at home. I've been able to do more courses, more reading, more reflection, and more personal growth. And number 4, environment, although it's important to me, it's at number 6, which is not very high. Now, that's because if you don't know, Mr. Kitchener and I, my husband, sold our family home and decided to rent in the city for a while to experience city living. And we love it, absolutely love it. Despite the fact that all the restaurants have been closed for the longest time, but there you go. However, it isn't my home in terms of belonging to me. And so there are lots of things I can't do to make it the way I would want it to be in an ideal world. So that's at number 6, and I'll be working on that. Making a difference is down at number 4. It's important to me, but it's down at number 4, and that's because I don't feel that I am working at full capacity in order to make a difference to the greatest number of people, which has always been one of my aims in life, is to make a difference to people's lives. And I feel at the moment that I'm not getting the opportunity or making the opportunities or able to make the opportunities to make as much of a difference as I want to make. And that's at number 4. And so I'm going to be working on that. So these are my top 5. These are my priorities. And these are things I'm going to be working on so that when we do this exercise again next year, these numbers will be higher and I will be much happier. And that's what I want for you. Okay, so in the comments box below, please tell me what your top 3 priorities were last year, and then tell me if they have changed over the 12 months. And if you didn't do that exercise, just tell me what your top 3 values are now that you've done that, and start to work in this way, and I promise you it's going to make a difference to your life. Okay, that's it for today. I love being with you. I love being with you, and I really appreciate you being here. Okay, so until next time, please stay safe, and remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, you are getting happy and growing into the very best possible version of you. I'll see you next time.